All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Thursday. We had something else planned for today, but we're switching it up and moving things around because we got word late yesterday afternoon, sad news in the rock world. Dusty Hill of ZZ Top passes away at age 72. What a loss that is for that band. We haven't done ZZ Top here in the cave. That's hard to believe, but that's why we're still here over a year later, because there are so many bands I have not yet covered. So let's get to it. Dusty was born in Dallas. He was the bassist, the co-lead singer for ZZ Top for over 50 years. He played cello as a kid. He has a brother named Rocky Hill. How about that for a name right there? They were in bands together early on. Cellar Dwellers, Warlocks, 68, 66, 68, American Blues. They were in this band together. And then 68, they decided to go separate ways from his brother. Rocky says, I want to keep doing blues. They wanted to do something else, so they team up. It's Frank Beard, Dusty Hill, and Billy Gibbons gets picked up. And they're in Houston, and that's when 1969 ZZ Top is formed. And this blues guitar rock style, signature style, it's just some really great music. But we're skipping over the 70s for a minute, because for many of us, we didn't hear that music. At least in my case, I never heard ZZ Top until 1983, because I had MTV in 1983, got it in 1982. And they were just, that album Eliminator came out. They mixed things up, added a little more synth sound. They were kind of like paying attention to that new wave stuff. Even though it wasn't new music, they were paying attention to that synthesizer, and they switched things up a little bit. And Eliminator came out, 10 million copies, number one all over the place, 5 singles. I mean, it was just insane. Those videos were just made for MTV. The girls, the cars, the beards, the guitars, the storylines, you name it. I mean, that was just song after song after song. And then 85, they come out with Afterburner, more songs. I mean, they just pretty much owned the airwaves from 83 to the mid to late 80s. And what great music, right? So I pick up and I move to Connecticut, and as I've said before, I ended up in classic rock central, CCC, HCN, and the Rock Block Weekend on 102 AQY out of Springfield. Those rock blocks, they'd play 3 songs from a band, and that's when I started hearing all these 70s tunes from ZZ Top, and I was like, wow, they got some pretty good stuff. And so they got a lot of material. Actually, they're one of those bands where if you like this music, you like their music, they got a lot of stuff to choose from. It's going to be hard to pick a song of the day. But when we were in high school, ZZ Top, it was just, people were obsessed. It was a pretty big deal. So let's talk about, we'll go backwards, I guess. We talk about Eliminator, we talked about that. So the songs off there, we got Gimme All Your Lovin', Sharp Dressed Man, Legs, TV Dinner, Got Me Under Pressure. Those were all staples, right? Those are all awesome songs. Then Afterburner comes out, and again, 7 million copies with that one. Went to number 1 on the contemporary rock chart. Sleeping Bag, Stages. I like the song Sleeping Bag, by the way. Stages, Rough Boy. That's a pretty cool tune right there. Then they had that quirky song Velcro Fly with that dance in there. I mean, that was definitely quirky, but I didn't mind the song. It was kind of it was a catchy tune. And then they had, of course, several albums after that. But then you go back in time and you look at some of their other songs. I mean, a lot of sexual innuendo in their titles of their songs. We all know that. But one of my favorite songs by them is I'm Bad, I'm Nationwide. That's such a groovy song. That's a personal favorite right there. Double Back, that was Back to the Future, right? Cheap Sunglasses, I mean, come on. That's got to be a contender for Song of the Day. That's classic. You can't go wrong with that. Tush, that goes way back, by the way. Pearl Necklace, there's one of those songs. Great song. Viva Las Vegas, Give It Up, LaGrange. I mean, how about LaGrange, where he starts off, what's he saying there? We don't know what the words are, right? But LaGrange is awesome when that kicks in. That's awesome. Tube Snake Boogie, I don't know what that's about. I Thank You, that's another good one. I like that song, I Thank You. My Heart's in Mississippi. And then, for me, if you want to go for a deep track, you go to the later album. I think it was from 88 or 89. And you got to go to a deep cut. Another one of those songs But this is just a totally funky song. I love this song, Fuzzbox Voodoo. We're going to post that below, and that's also a personal favorite of ZZ Top. So, wow, how do you pick a song of the day? I mean, the ZZ Top, huge. There's stuff everywhere. I could go with easily 7 songs, 8 songs to choose from out of this list, but I thought about it and I thought, well, let's do where it all started for me, at least, and for so many of us with MTV. And for me, Give Me All Your Lovin' was the video. I know people love Sharp Dressed Man and Legs, but Give Me All Your Lovin' was where it was really at. That was just like a perfect MTV video, and it just highlights what they were in that time. So we're doing Gimme All Your Lovin' from ZZ Top. Rip Dusty Hill, age 72. What's your favorite ZZ Top song? And did you see ZZ Top in tour? I did not see them tour. So which tour did you see? Did you see Eliminator? Did you see Afterburner? I mean, a lot of kids in my high school saw Afterburner. But talk about that. Tell me if you ever saw them. And, you know, Dusty Hill's in TV, movies, just a lot going on there. So, big loss to the rock world. That's your song of the day. We're at 6 minutes, so have a great day. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.